Last week, a major development took place between India and the US. The US announced a 25% tariff on all goods imported from India, which came into effect on 1st August. It was a shocking move, especially since talks between PM Modi and President Trump are still ongoing. They were expected to reach a final agreement by the end of the year, but Trump said the 25% tariff will stay until a final decision is made. It will be reduced or remain the same after that. Such a strange thing to do. One reason behind Trump's anger is that the US dairy companies wanted to enter the Indian market, but Amul and other Indian dairy refused. You might remember this. Opening the dairy market would hurt India's small farmers. To protect its farmers, India refused the deal. India refused the dairy deal to protect its farmers, which angered Trump. As a result, he reciprocated with hefty tariff. He's also unhappy with India's close business ties with Russia. India has ignored Trump's request. Now, Trump has imposed 25% tariff on Indian goods from 1st August. These tariffs are expected to cause major problems. This will hurt not just the big businesses but especially small businesses who sell their goods to the US but due to the 25% tariff may no longer sell. This will lead to layoffs, making it hard for people to meet basic needs. The US remains unconcerned, focusing only on imposing a 25% tariff instead of taking a balanced approach. This feels unjustified. You might want to know about the kind of Indian goods we export to the US. We sell garments like shirts, coats, saris, and textiles used in home like curtains, bed sheets, etc. We sell jewelry and precious stones. We also sell pharmaceuticals to the US. And we sell pharmaceutical related machinery and engineering goods. We also sell IT services and software. Hope it is clear. We sell organic or natural chemicals. We sell leather goods like shoes, belts, jackets, etc. We also sell handicrafts including handmade carpets. We export automobile parts of cars, bikes, etc. Lastly, we also sell spices and various food products like tea, coffee, rice, etc. Now, the US is levying a 25% tax on all these goods. This is not a simple thing. 25% tax is costly. Let me explain with an example. Suppose I made a genuine leather jacket worth 8,000 rupees. Now, I will export this jacket in USD and now 1 USD is equal to 80 rupees. Similarly, this jacket worth 8,000 will be sold $100 in the US. However, this price is devoid of any tariff and we will be selling it that way. Now, with Trump's mandate of 25% tariff, the price is $100 for the jacket and $25 for the tariff, which comes to a total of $125. This means our sale price will now be 10,000 instead of 8,000. US buyers will add their profit margin, selling it for 15,000 or 20,000 rupees. US consumers will find Indian goods expensive, turn to cheaper alternatives from Thailand or Vietnam, and Indian goods would remain unbought. People may stop placing export orders from India, causing India to lose its market. This could become a serious issue due to high tariffs. Hope this is clear. Meanwhile, India imports many goods from the US like oil, gas, crude oil, LNG. Electrical appliances like fridge, AC, computers, Boeing aircrafts, almonds, walnuts, apples, and pharmaceutical products. We also import pharmaceutical ingredients, industrial machinery, defense equipments like weapons, aircraft, missiles, etc., chemicals, plastics, coal, and many more. India does not have a standardized 25% tariff on all these US goods. Each of these goods have different tariffs. I will explain with an example. Goods with low or no tax, that is 0% to 5%, include oil, gas, coal, airplane for airlines, medical devices. Such important goods have 0% to 5% taxes. India follows a balanced approach by keeping taxes low on important items that the US wants to sell. Some goods with medium tax ranging from 5% to 15%, which include machinery, electronics like computers, servers, chemicals, pharma ingredients for making drugs. These goods, which are mostly for industries and factories, have medium taxes. Thirdly, goods with high tax ranging from 20% to 40%, which include almonds, which is an agricultural product, apples, and walnuts. These give competition to our Indian agricultural market. High tariffs for these is placed to protect India's local market. Luxury cars and motorbikes like Harley Davidson, Ford, etc., jewelry, luxury clothing fall under high taxes. It was mentioned earlier about imported almonds being expensive in India. In California, 1 kg of almonds costs Rs 400. When imported into India with 30% tax, Rs 120 is added, raising the price to Rs 520 per kg. Indian retailers then sell it to consumers for about 1000 rupees per kg. This high price helps protect Indian almond farmers. Now, take the example of a laptop. In the US, it costs 60,000 rupees. With a 10% import tax in India, the price becomes 66,000 rupees. These are varying taxes. Oil and gas are taxed much lower, between 0 to 5%. Luxury cars imported from the US face a 60% to 100% tax. For example, a car worth 30 lakh in the US could cost Rs 60 lakhs in India after 100% tax. This is because it is considered a luxury item. India also makes luxury cars locally. If someone still chooses to buy a US car, they will have to pay a heavy price. Now, let's look at phone in two ways. If a fully built iPhone is imported from the US, it faces a tax of 20 to 22%. But if the phone parts are imported and assembled in India, the tax drops to just 0 to 10%. For example, in the US, iPhone costs 50,000. With 11% tax, the price becomes 61,000 when imported to India. If it's assembled in India, the price is lower due to reduced tax. This is because assembling phones in India creates local jobs. Hope this gives you a clear idea. It is clear India has a balanced approach. To protect its local market, India imposes heavy duties on goods already produced locally. Goods that India doesn't produce are taxed very low. Goods already produced locally have high taxes to support the local businesses. However, it is saddening that the US has imposed a uniform 25% tariff on Indian goods. This flat rate feels unfair and lacks a balanced approach. Many social media users questioned why Indian leaders weren't responding strongly. PM Modi addressed this concern, saying that he understood that 25% tariff would hurt Indian businesses that export to the US. But he encouraged unity and resilience. He said if the US does not wish to buy from us, we should boost our internal sales. Indians can buy from each other and grow the economy, become self-reliant. PM Modi has often spoken about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We can apply that principle now. Selling to the US in dollars brings challenges due to exchange rates. Using our own currency boosts economy and shows the world that we are powerful. PM Modi said we should support each other and boost our economy. Impressive. He emphasized that even if we face export barriers, we must stay strong. India has a free market and open doors. If exports continue, that's good. But if those doors close, we must focus on strengthening our local economy. He encouraged Indians to support local businesses. His words were hopeful and aimed at a progressive future for India.